There we go. Everybody hear me all right? All right. Who's out fishing right now? Looks like they got the forecast a little wrong for this morning. I didn't go, but definitely looked a little calmer than it was supposed to be. So who is out there right now? Let's see. Definitely great fishing this week. So hope a bunch of people are out and didn't listen to the forecast like I did. Uh, it was supposed to be like 3 to 6s in our area, I think, like 20 out of the south. Um, but it definitely looked a lot calmer than that. We had definitely had some mixed reports. There were a pretty good amount of fish caught this morning. So we'll get into that. Let's see. Jason says Rob is probably spooling coppers. Yeah, I've spooled a lot of coppers already today. This week I went through 6,000 feet of copper. So actually more than that. I need to get another order of that in. But yeah, coppers have been flying out of here. Same with weighted steel, some wire diver setups. If you guys need any coppers respooled or looking for some new stuff, now's the time. It's definitely been a record week for spooling up super long coppers, the 600s, the 500s, the 450s, a lot of those. So that's been the hot setups lately. Let's see. The Greatest Fisherman says today is the perfect day to buy Lake Michigan gear if you can't get on due to the weather. I can't disagree with that. Always perfect day for shopping to meet for me. Let's see. Tom said, just bought an 1875 Fisherman and looking to outfit it for salmon fishing on Lake Michigan near Benton Harbor. I'm in Ohio, and that's the nearest port. Any advice would be appreciated. And then I see Jason replied with, start with 2 riggers, 2 wire dipsies, and after that, it's a collection of lead core and coppers. It's a rabbit hole. I agree with that. Definitely, and especially if you want to start fishing right now. Those are, the coppers and those wire divers and all that are going to be important. And then in the spring, start doing some short lead cores and some keel weight setups for those spring cohos. But if you want to get fishing right now, the setup for deeper fishing, riggers, dipsies, and a couple coppers will get you going. Hi, Angelina. Hey, Sean. Hey, Russell. How's it going, guys? Yeah, Sean, forecast scared a lot of people off. All right. Hey, Mason. Let's see. All right, let's go with what's new with the shop this week. We did get restocked just a little while ago with the standard size beaver spoons. So that's been the hot thing lately. Bloody nose, the alien breath right here. That's been really good for me. All those, but yeah, get them while you can. They're flying out of here just like the Mr. Chrome stuff does. There are no magnums available, and so hopefully we get some of those soon. But yeah, I did just update the inventory on the website so you can see what I have in stock on there, but they won't last long. This stuff flies out of here. We did just get in a whole bunch of plugs. I have not had a chance to update the website with the plugs yet, but see, it's kind of not focusing in very well. But we got the Chrome Lucky Charm. There's the Glow Lucky Charm. There's a whole bunch of different colors. We've got the Glow Green Lightning Ace High right here. So bunch more. I didn't pull them all up here. I'll probably get that inventory done. If it's slow today, I'll get it done today. Otherwise, early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, I'll get that up and ready to sell on the website. So yeah, got that. Munda brought in more for Munda cheeses, so we got that going on. That's about it for new stuff other than just loads of copper. More reels came in. We got shipments from Shimano, Penn, Kuma, of course. More wire diver rods, more copper rods, a bunch of that kind of stuff. So Steely says, how's the stock on Dipsy rods? Pretty good right now. Like I just said, we have a lot of wire Dipsy rods, full roller rods, roller tip rods, rods with twilly tips. So pretty good shape there. We'll be busy spooling those up. Let's see. Any reports of early kings from shore? I haven't heard any specifically myself, but I think with this weather we're having, that should be pretty soon. It's that time of the year, and there is some colder water starting to creep in a little by little. And with this full moon tonight and last night, I think it's a good time, even without the cold water near shore. I'd probably give it a shot anyways, night fishing. So far, we'll see if there's a few around. I bet there is. But in the coming week, with the forecast, and I haven't looked at the forecast in a couple days, but I know we have a lot of south and west winds coming this week. Last I looked, that water should start cooling off a little more, and it's definitely be worth the time to try it out. Sean, anyone have success with the reef runners with the reflective squares? I know they have for walleyes, but they haven't been around long enough to use for the staging kings because they were new this spring. But I don't see why they wouldn't work. And those look like they'd be really good to me on a clear night. Like if you get a full moon, bright sky night, just with, a lot of stars, a lot of moonlight, those are the nights I like the reflective stuff rather than the glow stuff. So that's when I would be using that. All right. Any GLS custom spinning rods? I do have a few, and I think this week I'll be getting in a bunch more SSTs and the GLS. I also have some of the Shimano Technium spinning rods, but yeah, if there's a specific model that you want, just let me know. I'll make sure that it's in the shipment. All right. Yeah, all right. So Rob said, I've noticed in some videos that when bringing in a fish instead of pumping, guys are walking back and forth and reeling it in. Yeah, definitely. We do that sometimes, especially on long coppers, and we just have a little trouble getting that board in. We seem to lose less fish doing that than pumping the rod up and down. I definitely, whenever I forget that I shouldn't be pumping the rod, I lose the fish. So that is pretty much the way we started doing it, and it works pretty well. Just when that board is just having a little trouble coming in, walking back and forth. If you have the space in your boat to do it, it's a good way to do it. Any reports from Northern Door County? You know what? I haven't heard anything lately. I would definitely contact the guys up at Howie's Tackle, though. All right.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi.
All right. Yeah, back and forth is good on big fish too. So anyways, I've got some customers in here, so we'll kind of get moving with the fishing report and all that kind of stuff. I didn't get out today. The last day I was out was Sunday. We did really good on Sunday. I think by 8 in the morning, we had a dozen kings, 10 or a dozen kings, and then we pulled on so I can get to the shop. And that day, actually 11-inch Pro Troll, the glow front silverback with the Fremunda frog, the bullfrog, was our best. That was down 120 on a rigger. And then our second best was the SWR. That had a alien breath on it. Those have been pretty good setups for us. It was a little bit different day where Saturday when I gave you that report, we were catching more fish on the coppers, the super long coppers. And we caught a few fish on the coppers on Sunday, but those riggers were really doing most of the work. And it was the first day we didn't catch a fish on meat. So again, it was a quick trip, but it was overall pretty good fishing. Throughout the week, like Monday and Tuesday slowed up a little bit, and then things really picked up Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Some great reports the last 2 days, and especially yesterday with the full moon, people were catching fish all throughout the day. Tons of kings being caught. Anywhere in like 110s to 130s was really good. It seemed like a little bit of cool water kind of crept up in there a little bit, and those fish were fired up. And as far as spoons go, everybody was catching them on something different. I don't think it mattered a whole lot. From us, it was anything with kind of a whiter background. Like actually this one, I forgot to mention, the yellow toad was really good. Kind of white background, some spots, yellow on it. That was really good. But I had guys telling me Pox was good, which was a pretty dark spoon, and the RV Raspberry Carbon was doing really well for them. So it seems to be as long as you're getting your baits down to the fish, that's what's good. Now it sounds like we have a little bit more cold water coming in, so you're not going to have to get quite as deep. We'll see what happens after this weekend, but I think, today I was hearing anywhere from 70 to 100 feet they were catching fish. You didn't necessarily need to get down to the bottom. So, but yeah, get out there if you can. I haven't looked at what the weather's supposed to be like tomorrow, but hopefully it's fishable because I want to get out there. So, yeah, if you guys have any questions, now is the time to ask. Otherwise, I'm going to get back to the customers here. Give you guys a minute to think of something. But yeah, overall, great fishing right now. Definitely take advantage of it. There's also been some bigger fish being caught. Starting to hear more fish pushing 20 pounds, 21s and 22s. So it's it's encouraging because we were kind of stuck in that 12 to 15 pound range for quite a while. You are doing a great job, Rob. Thank you very much. This is, most of you guys know, this is not my specialty. Have you heard how Michael is doing in his new job? I have just heard that he is working extremely hard. I assume he's doing pretty good. All right. What are some good go-to colors to catch salmon when they are staging in the river mouths? Anything glowing green for the most part. If you're casting, a glowing green KO wobbler is pretty hard to beat. Same thing like with a Castmaster, any of that stuff. Glow Wonder Bread's really good. The Fire Tigers, all that kind of stuff. Glow and bright and ugly. And then on clear nights, I do like the flashier stuff. Any pink salmon showing up? I've heard of a couple, but not a ton down in our area. Double Trouble and Raspberry Carbon on Riggers 120. Get off the water. Oh, 20 feet. 90 feet down was on fire last night from 10 to midnight. Yeah, you know what? We were actually doing pretty good on the Double Trouble last Sunday, too. I forgot about that one. Does a 225 copper work on the new cold water 45? If so, do you have to use a smaller diameter copper? It does work. I can get 225 on a 45. It's the absolute max for a 45, and that's using 45-pound copper. I'll still get a couple 100 yards to 65-pound backing on that. And if you need one, we can set it up for you. Please keep up the great job. Us beginners really appreciate it. Thank you. We have fun teaching people how to catch fish, and we're always willing to help. So anytime you have questions, feel free to contact us, email, call, whatever. Any plug reports? I've heard of a few fish on plugs. But there's really just not a ton of people running them in our area. So yeah, hit the like button if you haven't yet. That goes a long way for me. So awesome. Well, I'm going to start ringing up some customers here. I'm going to let you go, and good luck fishing. I'm going to try and get out in the morning. I'll probably try and do maybe not a live report, but just a video report or just some sort of update on what's going on out there. So that's it. If you guys need anything, you know how to get a hold of me, lakemichiganangler.com, or you can email me at rob@lakemichiganangler.com, or stop in the store here, and we'll get you all set up with everything you need. We got a pretty good, for this time of the year when things kind of start to slow down a little bit, we got a pretty good supply of stuff still. So, yeah, if you need anything, just let me know, and I'll probably be on the line winder spooling coppers the whole rest of the day. If you need your coppers spooled up or any kind of reel spooled up, happy to do it for you. And we'll see you next weekend. Good luck fishing.